If you like the look of stamped images that have been hand cut, stay tuned for some tips to get the best results. Hi, this is Sage Kimball and I'm the Mad Stamper with another technique video for card makers and paper crafters. We've gotten pretty spoiled with all the framelits available for cutting stamped images, but some stamp sets don't come with coordinating dies. Then it's back to the basics, cutting them out by hand. First, you need a really good pair of paper snips like these from Stampin' Up. They have nice thin blades that are quite sharp all the way to the tip, and the blades lay flat against each other for the entire length. If you hold closed scissors up like this kind of funky old pair, I can see space in between the blades even though the scissors are closed. So if they're not meeting all the way along the length, you need a better pair of scissors. I like to hold my work pretty close to my eyes because I can see it better that way. So I've tried to adjust the camera so you'll be able to see what I'm doing too. I like to brace my left elbow against my table so that it gives me some stability. And then I'm going to just start cutting around the image. And you'll notice that I'm moving the cardstock more than I'm moving the scissors. This gives me better control, and I can focus on closing the scissors a little at a time to make the cuts. When I first started cutting images, I would leave a thin margin of cardstock around the image, as this gave me a little room for error. But as I got more experience, I was able to cut right up against the edge of the stamp. At this point, I find cutting images to be very relaxing. At first, my hands would cramp and get all tight because I was nervous and I wasn't used to cutting precisely. So if you find it challenging to cut things out, my advice is to practice a lot until you can relax while you do it. The more relaxed your hands, the more precise your cuts will be. So now that I've finished cutting this out, there are places where the cardstock shows a little. Not a lot because I got a pretty good cut on this, but it will make this look even better if I take some Calypso coral and sponge around the edges. That will cover up any of that very vanilla cardstock around the edge that I didn't get quite cut off. Plus, it will make the image pop when I place it on my card. Another way to finish off your cutout images is to use a marker that's the same color as the ink you stamped with. And I'm going to use the brush end of the marker and put the side of it against the cardstock and just go around the edge. I like to hold the side of the brush against the cardstock instead of the tip. That way the tip doesn't get mangled. So this little technique will cover quite a few mistakes in your cutting and help you end up with a nice professional looking cut. So here's comparing the two. This one is, I used the sponge for the edges, and this one I used the marker. They're not very much different. So you can use whichever you prefer. I hope these tips help you feel more comfortable about cutting out stamped images in your studio. Thanks for watching. Please like this video, share it with your friends, and leave me a comment. For more inspiration and instructions, be sure to sign up for my newsletter at www.stampingmadly.com and visit me on Facebook and Pinterest. Then don't miss another great video. Subscribe to the Mad Stamper YouTube channel now.